Hey, welcome guys. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to a tutorial using how to use IScore to set up a replay season. What does that mean? Well, let's say you want to use Deep Drive Baseball. Here are my cards. You want to use Deep Drive Baseball, and you want to play. You want to replay a season. You want to replay like what I'm doing right now. I'm replaying the 2019 Mets season, and they're after or right before the break, the All-Star break, they're going to play the Atlanta Braves Flushing. Let's say you want to do that, but you want the system, the program, the app to keep all your stats for you so you can maximize the time that you're playing versus the time that and I'm trying to again, so we can focus in on this and let's see what happens. It's a little bit bright. I'm not seeing that we have a good view of this here, and that's an issue that I'm having. I'm not happy with that. Let me fix that a second. There we go. All right. Let me back this up just a little bit to see if we can get and move this. All right, we'll see what happens during the course of the video when I pull off this screen and see that I can, what I want to do is be able to see this whole thing. I don't know if it's allowing me to see it. There seems like the upper part is getting washed out. So anyway, let's see what happens when I go to the next screen. But this is the basically the main screen that you get when you download the app. Go to your app store and just write in IScore on your iPad. This is a 9.8-inch iPad that I use for this. I also use an 7.8-inch iPad, and I also use my phone. I have 3 or 4 different replays going on, depending on which device I'm using. But let's say you want to replay whatever season it is. I'm replaying the 1982 season as well right now, and I'm going to show you how to get started doing this. So if I don't know how much of this you can see, but it starts off on the upper left. It's a game manager. That's if you want to play a game. Team manager, that's if you want to create just a new team, right? A new team in your league. Player manager, options, but where you want to go is to league manager. This is where you're going to set up a new league, right? And this is the best way to do this. Now, here are all the different leagues that I have set up. I got a lot of different leagues. I got like Bartolo Colon. I played I did a replay for Bartolo Colon a couple of times. All right. Actually 3 times, I think, or at least twice. And I don't know why I have. Anyway, so you can either turn these on or turn these off. The one I'm doing right now is the 2019 Deep Drive. So I'm going to turn that off just so it's going to be blank, right? So up on the upper left-hand corner, I hope you can see that. Let me get the camera a little bit closer to that, right? Okay. And this is a 15-minute video. That's all it is. Now, I have a couple other IScore videos as well, and guys have contacted me, and they have said, I have totally lights out right now. So they have said, hey, listen, you need to do another video. And this is your foundational video. So basically, you go to your app store on whatever device you want, and you write in IScore, download the app, and then you're going to have the app on your phone. It's going to look like this. Let me go back. Right there. That's what it's going to look like. That's the little icon, right? That's going to show up on your screen. It wasn't on this page. It's on the second page. So I go there, and I click on that, and nothing happens. And I click on it again, and now this main menu comes up. You go to League Manager, and I'm going to create a league right here in just a few minutes. It doesn't take a long time to do, and I'm going to show you some tricks that I use to get it going because I want to maximize my time rolling. So you're going to go to the upper left-hand corner, says add a league, right? And I'm going to call my league 1982 Cardinals. Don't know why I picked that because I don't want to lose every game. I'm not a big Cardinal fan, but I like Hernandez, and I know that people would be interested in the World Series team and see how they do, I guess. I don't know why I picked that, but I just didn't want to lose a lot of games. It's okay to lose in baseball, but I replayed the let's go back there. No. So we should have that here. Oh, there it is, 1982. It's at the bottom of my list, okay? It's there already. You can see it at the bottom of my list, 1982 Cardinals. And that's the only one I have selected that's open. All right, I'm doing a how to start a replay season using IScore. This is the fundamental video for anybody that wants to use this app. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. That's all it takes. I'm ready to roll here. You're like, what? Yes, I'm ready to roll. Okay, so I back out of that. All I did was hit the back arrow. It takes me back to this. Now I'm going to go to Team Manager, create a new team. The first team I'm going to create is going to be the Cardinals because they're visiting Houston in the first game of the season. It's going to be Bob Forsch facing Nolan Ryan in the first game of the season. So create new team, right? I'm going to hit that again. It's going to take me to here. So I'm going to create Cardinals. And then its short name is STL. Then I'm going to go to roster. So I just follow the instruction. I'm going to go to roster, click roster. And it says quick roster. I don't really know what that is. I don't use that. You can find out what that is and then tell me. Add player. So I'm going to add a player. Now, I don't know if anything's in the memory here. I don't think it is, but the first player I have to add is Lonnie Smith. There's nobody. Okay, I only have one league. Had I allowed my other leagues to remain open, Lonnie Smith may have come up. So since there's nothing in the memory, if you will, of the program, I will go to create new player. Gives me this screen. And very easily and quickly, what I'm going to do is put in, right? I'm going to put in Lonnie, last name, Smith, and he is playing center field. So I'm going to put in center field. Is he batting? Yes. Is he a starter? Yes. And that's it for now. Save. I got my first player. Now I'm going to add my second player. That's how quickly this goes. But I have a trick, right? I'm not going to add every single player. Tommy Herr, second baseman. Done. That was my second player, my third player. And this is the order I want because this is the batting order. Keith Hernandez. They call him Mex, was his nickname on the APA card, despite him being a Spaniard. And he's my first baseman. All right, I got three players. Add my catcher, which is batting fourth, and I use Baseball Reference for the lineup, is Darryl. And if I make a mistake on a spelling, guess what? I figure it out later and I fix it. It's very easy to fix. Porter. So nothing I do here is anything that I cannot fix later. And he's my catcher, Darryl Porter. He's a lefty. And also Hernandez is also a lefty. Oh, wait a second. Go back to the roster. If you go out without saving, you lose what you put in. So be careful that you make sure you save. Create another player. My fifth place player is George Hendrick. And he is going to be playing right field. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. George in the first line, and the second line is the last name. I just clicked that. Hendrick. He's in right field. Then my next one is Org. He's going to be Dane Org. And he's my first baseman, I believe. Oh, no, he's my left fielder. So let's fix that. Left field. Okay. Then it's Mike Ramsey. Actually, it was Stephen Braun. So let's write that in. Stephen Braun. He plays for about 80 at bats. Third baseman, Stephen Braun. He's a lefty. Add player, Ozzie Smith. Create new player. Ozzie Smith, shortstop. And Bob Forsch, the pitcher. That's going to be my ninth place batter. Now I'm ready to play this game. I just have to input the other team the same way I inputted this game. This team, Bob Forsch, pitcher. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Now you say, well, what about the other players? Well, okay. When I'm playing the game, I just go to the roster. I just click on a player. It takes me automatically to the roster. And I say add player, and I write him in. Because in that first game, I may not use any players. I may have to wait till the second game. So I'll worry about that when I come to it. Now, you may not want to do it that way. Wesley King, hey, Lonnie Smith had been in the memory. Yes, I probably do have Lonnie Smith in the memory if I had left all my leagues open. I closed all my leagues to keep it simple. I wanted to model, for example, what it would look like if you're just downloaded this app for the first time and you have no leagues in there. But if you've had prior leagues, and let's say you replay the 81 season and the 84 season and the 79 season, maybe you have a lot of the same players on there, and the minute you write in their name, it'll pop up and you won't have to do those extra steps. You can just click add player. So Wesley King is absolutely right in what he's saying. Yep, his stats are collected from all the different replays. But of course, they're kept in the separate leagues, right? They don't mix all the stats from the different leagues. If I did 1980, 1982, 1984 with Lonnie Smith, they wouldn't compile all those. Those are different leagues. That's why you got to start a separate league every time. And that's what I did in this video. It's a 15-minute video. That's all I'm doing for these. So, all right. So that was real quick, right? I added the first team, and I'm going to go back. And I'm going to save. If I do not save, I am screwed. I'm going to have to do that whole step all over again. All right, so now I'm going to create a new team again, and this time I'm going to create the Houston Astros. So I'm going to write the Astros, and then I'm going to write H-O-U. I'm going to go to roster. I'm going to create that roster. Quick roster, no. And add player. So who are the players? Terry Poole. Terry Poole is my first player. I believe he's a lefty. I can add this later. I don't have to add it now. I think from memory that he is a lefty, and he was my right fielder. My next batter is Tony Scott. I believe Tony Scott is a switch hitter. Again, if I make a mistake, I can fix it later in the game, at the beginning of the game or during the game. It's not going to affect my stats being kept. He's a center fielder. Let me show you how quick this is to do this. Then it's Phil Garner, my second baseman. In this game, he plays second base. So Phil Scrap Iron Garner. He's my second baseman. He bats third. This is the lineup, basically. Jose Cruz is in cleanup. Is a cleanup batter. And he is playing left field, my left fielder. Oh, again, it did the same thing. Wait a second. There it is. Okay, my left fielder. And then my fifth place batter is Alan Ashby, the catcher. And then Knight. That is Ray Knight. He's going to be at third base. He also plays first base. Not very good at first base, but not very good at third base either. Ray Knight bats sixth, batting seventh. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Batting seventh is Art Howe. He's my first baseman. At first base. Done. Craig Reynolds, my shortstop. And what'll happen a lot of times, Reynolds, shortstop. What happened a lot of times is I'll start a season. I won't know that I want to actually play it through and do a replay. So I won't even create this. I'll just play it on paper and pencil. After a few games, I'll decide, hey, do I want to keep going with this or do I want to try a different project? Nolan Ryan is your pitcher. So how does that work? Well, then, right, like I already played this game. See that? I already played the game. And that's why I'm inputting the stats. Nolan Ryan, he's a pitcher. And I hope you can see this. Wesley, can I add some player ratings to these? Yes, you can add the player ratings. There's a lot you can do. Easy lookup for those guys. I like this approach, kind of in-time inventory. Yes, that's my approach. Because my whole basically premise is that I want to get to rolling the game. That's the fun part to me. I'm not really a huge stat guy. I respect stats and I enjoy the stats, but I'm not like, I need the stats to enjoy this game. No, I just want to know if the guy went, 1 for 3, but he hit that ninth inning home run to put his team ahead. That's what I care about more than, okay, he's batting 242, he's got 7 home runs and 19 RBIs. That's okay, and that's good too. But for me, the excitement of the game, right? Having that no-name guy come up and fill in and make a diving play or a range play, or having a pitcher strike out the side as a reliever in the ninth inning. Although that's what really pumps me up and gets me excited about what we do. So there you go. I'm done. I'm done with both teams. I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit save. Now let me set up. So then what do? You're like, okay, so now what? Right? What do I do now? I got the 2 teams in there. I followed everything you said, and this is pretty much it. Right? So then you're going to get out of this. You're going to scoot back out of this. You're going to go to Game Manager. And this is my other tutorial video. This, I believe, is part 1 and part 2. You got to see what it says. So it says add game in the upper right-hand corner, add game. And lo and behold, I'm going to put in visitor. I want to add a visitor. It's the Cards. And look, there they are, Cardinals. All right. Then a home team. I click on home team. And I put in Astros. Ooh, they're there. All right. I have a visitor. I have a home. I hit done. Watch this. You're going to love this. You're going to be like, dude, this is the greatest thing, since the toaster. All right. All right. Now, all I did was, okay, so I have my game. Now I'm going to hit the little arrow. And then it takes me to the next screen, which is all the data, but there's no data yet because I haven't played the game. But at the end, you'll be using this, right? Score a game. Watch what's going to happen now. You're going to freak out. Look at this. My whole team is set up. This I know is my lineup. I hit done. Oh, I should have waited. I should have popped to the. So you got to go to the next team. So this is my first team, and I double check. Oh yeah, everybody's there. Everybody has their position. Perfect. I'm a genius. The next team, the Cardinals, the visiting team, same thing. They're all there. Perfect. So then I'm going to go up here, done. Look what happens. I get the screen. I get the lineup. I could double check it again. Okay. Now I've already played this game because when I started the 1982 season, I said, I don't know if I'll like it. Then I started playing. And I said, well, I already got 5 games into it. I might as well maybe try to see if I want to replay the season. Down the line, you can just leave it in limbo and say, you know what, I'm not into it, and I'm just going to leave it. But you can have fun. At least you'll have the data. Wesley King says, I agree. Joy of playing the game itself, but on a replay, I really enjoy the chase for the. Yes. Okay, but this is the drawback of this system. It won't sim anything. You're only playing your season. I use Replay PC game to sim the whole season. So I have the pennant races. I have all the leaders. I have everything in place, okay? And really nice box scores. This will give you a box score, but not as nice as the one that Replay Baseball gives you. Okay, so now what do? Well, I hit play. I'm going to play the game, and it's done. I'm ready. All the guys are on their field. You got Jose Cruz in the left, Tony Scott in center. Now I'm going to start inputting the data from the game I played. So the first batter, Lonnie Smith, grounds out to Nolan Ryan. He feels it over to first, 1 out. And then the next batter walks. This is another video, guys. This is 15 minutes. I don't want to go over because I want my tutorials to be, targeted and purposeful, and I don't want them to kind of just go off on tangents. Okay, so this is CP Cards and Dice, and remember that this is your home for tutorials, strategy, player profiles, history reviews, Topps baseball cards, tips, rants, unboxings, and so much more. This is your host, CP Cards and Dice. I will be back streaming with a tutorial on how to play deep drive baseball. Take care, guys.